Yo YouTube, what's going on? You already know who it is, your boy Cray, and we're gonna go ahead and get right into things. I realize my intro is too freaking long, so we're just gonna dive right into it. You guys know Rogue Company video. You guys know why you clicked on this video, because you all want to know, is Phantom really worthless now? Or you can make it a statement, Phantom is worthless now. And again, this is all in my opinion, small little disclaimer. You might disagree, and that is a-okay. If you agree or disagree, let me know down in the comments below. I am up for a healthy debate, and I just want to hear the opposition, because you guys might bring something to my attention that I am completely unaware of, so feel free to do so. Now, in this video, I'm going to be slightly comparing weapons, perks, abilities, gadgets, just to draw a comparison, but overall the consensus that I've been seeing in my YouTube comments, on Twitter, just everywhere, is that the fixer absolutely makes Phantom obsolete. So let's go ahead and let's dive right into things here. We're going to start off just comparing their snipers, because these are the two weapons that are primarily used, at least I use primarily, and what I see on a pub match and a competitive standpoint as well. Okay, we got in one hand the tier, which is of course the fixer sniper, and then we have the LR-15 full body, which is Phantom sniper. Now, right off the bat, you might be like, man, Phantom sniper gets busy, right? And it's treated us so well from the time of the closed alpha to the closed beta to now the open beta. It's treated us so well, but tier absolutely poops on this thing, man. It does, right? Now, again, at first glance, you might be like, dude, the LR-15 has more rounds in the mag. The reload time per round is half a second, right? So you can go ahead and pop one round in the mag and still get a shot off, right? With the tier, it's about a 2.5 second reload speed, and you don't get the reload individual shells, right? You only get the reload, well, they're not shells, but bullets, right? It's a 50 cal sniper rifle, and you reload 2 at a time, no matter what. No matter what, that reload time does not change, where Phantom sniper, it varies depending on if you emptied out the clip or if you only shot one round and you want a quick reload. But this is the difference maker, okay? The big difference maker, the fire rate. Now, you guys might realize this, might not realize it. I didn't realize it right away until a few games in with the fixer, but the tier sniper rifle shoots almost 5 times faster than Phantom sniper, than the LR-15, almost 5 times faster. Who cares if it only has 2 in the mag? That doesn't even matter, because you can say bop bop, you can put somebody down, roll away, reload, and be ready to fight. Or if somebody's pushing you, swap to that pistol, the warrant, which, gosh, we're gonna tap on that as well, and you can melt somebody. Like, it's just crazy. It almost makes having 2 in the mag not even matter. Actually, it does. It really does, because I can 2-tap somebody to the body just as fast as I could line up a headshot with the LR-15. You see what I'm saying? Like, almost, in being completely honest, I would rather 2-tap to the body with the tier than try to wait and line up that headshot with the LR-15. I mean, I'll be honest, because they both do 70 to the body. Now, the tier does only do 125 to the head, where the LR-15 does 140, but in the grand scheme of things, that really doesn't matter. 125 will put down anybody, and somebody with headstrong. The only person that does not put down is Chalk, if Chalk recently activated his ability. But on the flip side, the LR-15 does not either, unless Chalk's ability has dwindled a little bit. But overall, like, I think you guys are understanding the comparison that I'm drawing. Like, and again, I know the LR-15 has a little bit more range versus the tier, but typically you're going to be fighting in mid-range fights. A lot of maps in Rogue Company are not designed to be long range, like, so, and even if that's the case, you can upgrade this thing to tier 3 and nullify fall off damage. So range is pretty much unlimited at that point in time. I know you got to cash out for it, but you guys are understanding what I'm saying. Overall, the tier is just superior. It really is. Like, some people might complain about the reticle a little bit. I've heard that slightly, but to me, it's not a big deal. I feel like I hit more crits. I almost said crip, like, you know, I'm gangbanging, but we're not doing that here. I almost hit more crits with the tier than I do the LR-15 full body, and I have no idea why. Maybe I just like the sights of the tier more than the LR-15. I don't know, but overall, tier seems superior. LR-15 full body can receive a little bit of love or a little bit of a quality of life change. I think that would be appreciated to, of course, make Phantom become less obsolete. in that regard. Now let's talk about the DMRs a little bit, okay? Everybody's familiar with the Deadeye because Talon has rocked with it for the longest. Typically people use that in competitive when they're rocking out with Talon. I almost call them Talus, but you guys know what I mean. And then you got the Aaron L212, okay? That is a scoped DMR. Now these things kind of go hand in hand, right? The Aaron takes 4 shots to the body, the Deadeye takes 3 shots to the body, but the trade-off is the Deadeye has a slower fire rate, the Aaron L212 has a higher fire rate. They both can 3-tap to the head, and I believe Deadeye can 2-tap to the head if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong there, don't quote me on that. But you guys are understanding that, like, there's a very, what's the correct term, equivalent trade-off in regards to the DMR. So we're not even too worried about that. Those things are pretty much flat across the line. But if we're talking about those secondaries, if we're comparing the Warrant, which is the Fixer's new pistol, and if we're talking about the P12K, which of course is Phantom's pistol, the Warrant blows out the water because of course the fire rate is higher by, I want to say, like 1.7 points percent, whatever you want to call it, right? The range is almost equivalent. I want to say the P12K has a little bit more range and it does a little bit more body damage, but the Warrant's fire rate is so high that you can blow somebody's mind out of their freaking noggin in a freaking snap of a finger. You guys see I'm jumbled for words because I cannot tell you how many times I have beaten SMGs in close range with the Warrant. Like, real talk, I have never done that with the P12K. And again, I'm not the best player in the world by any means, but I think you guys are understanding what I'm saying. Like, if the fact of the matter is the Warrant can beat some SMGs, if of course they miss a couple shots and you land yours and hit a couple crits, versus the P12K that a lot of times does not do that, I think it says a lot in that regard as well. The Warrant is superior, and that's just the fact of the matter. It just is. Now, when we're talking about their abilities, this is where we start to notice the big gap between the Fixer and Phantom, okay? So we're all familiar with Phantom's ability set, right? She has Nano Smoke, which is a smoke grenade that reveals enemies in the area, and then her passive ability, Grievous Wounds. When you damage an enemy, their health regen is delayed, of course, right? The Fixer's ability set, Thermal Vision, when it's activated, you can see enemy heat signatures for a duration, I believe 15 seconds, and its passive ability, Shrapnel Rounds. When you damage an enemy with a firearm, any firearm, you could pick up somebody's AK off the ground, or excuse me, KA-30, their SMG, whatever, it will slow them down for a duration. Now, when you are the shooter, you don't notice it as much, but when you are the shootee, when you're the one getting hit with those bullets, you notice the slowdown. It is crazy. It is crazy, crazy, crazy. And again, this is where the difference is made, because with the Fixer, you combine his thermal vision with the cluster smoke. If you don't, something is wrong with you, and you turn into a playmaking all-star. Like, seriously, I'm saying we're talking Michael Jordan in his prime, LeBron James just winning the finals. And yes, I'm a Lakers fan, so I had to refer to that. I'm saying you turn into this monster, right? Like, just to give you guys a quick scenario, this is how I often play it, right? Either I use the cluster smoke on myself or on an enemy, right? I'll throw it at the enemy, and of course, poof, smoke pops everywhere, and I activate thermal vision. They think they're safe because I created a smoke distraction, and I blow their freaking brains out through that smoke distraction. You see what I'm saying? Or if I'm getting shot at, I'll drop the smoke on myself to create a little bit of separation between me and the opposition, and I'll hide in the smoke. And they're in the smoke spraying, don't know where I'm at, and I get some of the easiest snipes that way. Like, it's crazy what you can do in terms of combining that cluster smoke grenade and his thermal vision. It's just nuts, right? It's just absolutely crazy. Where I feel like with Phantom's kit, it's a little bit more predictable. You see the nano smoke, you're not going to run through it unless you have a cloaked, and then you can run through it. Problem solved, right? Who cares about a delay in their health regen? Because if I have the perk, I can't remember the exact name of the perk, but if I have the perk that shortens my health regen delay, I'm going to regen my health normally anyway. Or if I have something like life drain, when I get a knock, my health is coming back up anyway. You see what I'm saying? Like, there isn't as much need for a passive or a tactical ability like Grievous Wounds or like Nano Smoke like there would be for shrapnel rounds and thermal vision, because think about it, if I hit somebody with a sniper shot, or if I put one bullet on them with my warrant pistol and they're out in the open, my team can layeth the fire down on them and completely eradicate them, versus having grievous wounds where if I damage somebody and they go back and they go hide with their team, they're going to have time to heal anyway, you know. And again, it can go both ways. Maybe you do damage somebody and you push them and they don't heal quick enough and you win that 1v1 as a result, you know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, the fixer's skill set is just so much more beneficial in that kind of situation. And his perks only make things better, right? Like, he has life drain, which of course when he gets a knock, he gets that health back. He has headstrong, which gives him an extra 25 hit points that he can repair throughout the round. If you go ahead and shoot him below that, takes 3 seconds, repairs that armor, he's good to go. He has helping hand, which lowers that rest time down from 5 seconds to 3 seconds. Like, gosh, his perk kit is so perfect, because it allows you to be the team player. If my homie gets knocked, I can go push the res before that team, or not my teammate, before the opposition makes the push. You know what I'm saying? I can go ahead and snipe somebody if I'm weak and get my health back, or if I'm blah blah blah, or if I have headstrong, I can challenge somebody a little bit more because I know I have an extra 25 health to fight. You know, now I know Phantom's perk set is pretty well as well, but it just doesn't quite have a purpose, right? Like, she has life drain as well, which is awesome. It's great. You know, you headshot somebody, roll out the way, you get your health back, right? She has cloaked, which is okay as well. Like, she can't be revealed, so it's difficult to find out where she is in that regard. It would be nice if she had maybe padded steps instead of maybe an evade, something along the lines of that, but she does have evade instead, right? But then you also have nimble hands, which you increase weapon swap, reload speed, stalker, and then you have tracker rounds. Tracker rounds for her can be okay, but I mean, that's what callouts are for, right? I mean, tracker rounds, they have a place, but yet they don't. But I think you guys are understanding what I'm saying. Like, Phantom doesn't have that big it factor. It's like, if you're going to pick Phantom or the Fixer, 9 times out of 10 you go with the Fixer, unless you are just a Phantom simp. And oh gosh, I can't believe I just said that word. I hate that word. Let's remove that word. Let's say you just must be a big Phantom fan or a Phantom main and you have loyalty to her versus the Fixer. Like, that's really the only reason you would choose her over him, because again, his kit is just overall better. It just is. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, we can talk a quality of life rework for Phantom. I think that would be nice. Maybe if she lands a shot with any of her firearms, maybe her weapon swap speed and reload speed is increased right away. So now, if I land a sniper shot, I can switch to that P12K really quick and lay down some suppressive fire with my pistol, maybe get a lucky knock if you're within that mid-range. If you're long range, I'm not. You're going to run away. You're going to be gone. But maybe something along the lines of that would be beneficial for her. Or maybe the stowed weapon reloads when you do damage, right? So let's say I wasted all the ammo in my pistol, right? And I barrel rolled out the way, pulled out my sniper, and I hit a shot on you. Maybe that pistol now, maybe it isn't fully reloaded, but maybe it reloads 50% of the clip. So now I have a couple shots that I have an opportunity to finish you off with. You see what I'm saying? I think things like that would be really useful for her, and it would take Lancer off of that freaking island. Right now, Lancer is the only person with a reload perk. If Phantom had something along the lines of that, oh my gosh, I think that would be really, really nice. Really, really nice. So let me know what you guys think about that in an entirety. I'm not going to ramble on anymore. I think you guys are understanding what I'm saying here. Right now, the Fixer is just superior to Phantom. We need to show Phantom some love. Maybe bring it up to the devs' attention that Phantom needs a little bit of love. Not even necessarily a giant buff, but just give her a little something. Maybe weapon stowed get auto reloaded, like I mentioned, maybe a percentage reloaded, whatever the case may be. I think it could be very useful. What do you guys think? It's been your boy Cray. We signing off. I love you guys. Hit that sub button, like all that beautiful stuff. I'll catch you on the next video. We out. Peace.